Hello, Wellness Universe World Changers. So happy to be here. Really excited about being inspired to give you these couple of lives yesterday about optimizing the blog and how to blog for us. And today, I'm going to be talking to you about the lounge. Now, what's the lounge? In case you haven't gone, well, every member of the Wellness Universe has been invited to our Meet the Founders meeting, which happens at the lounge. The lounge is our learning and webinar platform. It is free for every member of the Wellness Universe to use, to host your webinars on, your classes, your support groups, your masterminds. And it's a really wonderful space and very easy to use, and I highly recommend that if you are looking to reach an audience live in person. Hey Jenny, glad you could join me. There's Jenny, one of our team members. Jenny Tasker is also who helps you along once you become an instructor at the lounge. So mentioning that, being an instructor at the lounge is absolutely free. I shared the link with you above. If you're watching this right now at 3:08 p.m. Eastern time, then you are joining me live. If you're watching this and it's not 3:08 p.m. at this very moment, then you're watching the recording. And I say thank you for wanting to know a little bit more about the lounge. Hey Jenny, what's going on? So I'm glad you came here. So in case people have questions, and oh hey Jeffrey, how are you? Had a wonderful conversation with Jeffrey the other day. He's awesome. So just want to talk a little bit about the lounge. The lounge is where you can host your live, or you can pre-record webinars, classes, support groups, masterminds, anything like that. And if you want to host them at the lounge, all you have to do is become an instructor. If you've joined any of the webinars that we've hosted or any of the meetings that we've had, and again, I was just saying before that every Meet the Founders that we have, we do a live welcome and orientation, and it's also a meeting for all of our veteran members to join in on to learn what's going on, what's new, and what's being developed with the Wellness Universe. We do that at the lounge. So you have been to the lounge and you've registered probably as a student or what we call a learner of the lounge. So you would need to have an instructor's account at the lounge in order to host your own webinars and classes and whatnot. So you want to become an instructor? Does that sound great? Just go to the link above and it'll give you the information. Again, it's part of being a member of the Wellness Universe. Under the Wellness Universe umbrella at the lounge, we only have members of the Wellness Universe as instructors and experts in the lounge. What's really wonderful is that we have been offering that platform for about 3 years now. At the very beginning, practically about a year after we started the Wellness Universe, we had included that platform. The one thing is that you have to know, one of the tips is you have to, registering at the lounge creates your own account over there. So you have to sign in and log in separately to the lounge as opposed to just logging in with your Wellness Universe credentials. One of the things on our hit list as we are growing and developing and creating a bigger and better Woo for you is migrating those two together. So you'll have to log in with a new set of credentials over there to set up your account over there. It's free for you. And again, to become an instructor is also free. You can host free classes or you can host classes for a fee. If you host free classes, then they're free. If you host classes with a fee, then there is a small percentage taken for the Wellness Universe and for the Learn It Live platform, because as you may or may not know, we are self-funded, we are supported by the members, and that's one of the ways that we bring in a little bit of money so we can make the Wellness Universe what it is for you. And we do thank you gratefully if you do offer classes for a fee, because that does help us grow our business. Also, once you're under the Wellness Universe umbrella and offering classes on the lounge through the Wellness Universe, you're also being promoted through the Learn It Live platform, which has a ton of people that are already part of that platform, and you get not only your class doesn't only go into our library, but it goes into their main library. So it's like you're being duly promoted as opposed to just being a instructor at Learn It Live. You're an instructor at the lounge and cross-promoted to Learn It Live, which is fabulous. So you get dual promotion for no extra money. So that's really great. Also, if you do have some class at the lounge that you want to promote, we do offer extra promotion where we tweet it out, where we share it on our Facebook page, where we share it across all of our social media platforms. And it's only like $20. And if you go to your membership drop-down menu after you have your class already set up at the lounge, you want to list it on our lounge page for our webinars, and that's free. And if you want additional promotion, meaning a lot of social media love, then you could pay $20 and have that done for you, which is really absolutely not a high fee at all, and it's something we want to keep affordable for the members. So a couple of tips. When you are set up as an instructor, there's a class that we have. I'm going to get the link for you after, and I'm going to share the link above. And not only is it a link to share with you the technology, learning the technology of the lounge, and also you should always get updated on what the newest implementations are, because they're always upgrading and updating that technology too for us. You want to take this one class because I actually go through the details and the nitty-gritty with you of what you need to do in order to use the platform and technology at the lounge, and also to promote yourself, how long you should have your class up for, what you need to do as far as creating an actual presentation. I'm going to share a couple of tips right now with you that are really important and essential. Who's with me? Just shout out in the comments and just say hello so I know who's with me, because I see we have live viewers, but I don't know who you are. So thank you for joining. So one of the things that you want to do is when you set up your class, you want to write out your class description in a Word document and then paste it. And all of this will make sense to you after you're actually set up as an instructor and you're setting up your first class. Please remember these tips. Write out your class description in a Word document and save that Word document. Copy and paste that as your class description. Hi, Jim. Oh, I'm so glad that you could join me. Copy and paste that description into your class as your class description. Why do you need to save that document? Because the translation of what you've written in your Word document, as far as certain little things like apostrophes, bullet points, sometimes don't translate to the description as it appears in your class itself. So what you'll want to do is set up your class, post it to be live in the lounge, and then read your class description. You might notice a couple of quirky oddities. So what you're going to want to do is, now this is a really big tip, guys, and this will make more sense to you once you set up your class. Open a new window to edit your class, but leave your class description and your class open. Copy the description as it exists in the lounge in your class that's already posted. Put that in the editing of the class that you're editing it again, and then you're going to see where those little things happen, like diamonds and things pop up. It's just because the HTML transfer does not jive between a Word document and really writing in the box the description of your class. So when you copy it out of the class that's posted back into the edit version of your class description, you'll be able to fix those little glitches. It's really important. I go over this in the video that I created, and I'm going to share that link with you on the training of the Learn It Live platform, as well as it being a coaching class for you to get all of the marketing things that you need in order, like creating your presentation, how long you should promote your class, where to promote your class, how to promote your class. One of the great things we have in our hub group is the Lounge Hub group. And in that hub group, Felicia Reed is the moderator, and she helps you to answer any questions. You can buddy up with other lounge instructors if you need someone to bounce ideas off of, or if you need somebody to do test classes with. And oh, Jenny, thank you so much, Jenny. Jenny just shared the link for you. That's a free class that we did back in November, and that information is still very relevant for you to get yourself together to create your first class, or how to market your class. Even if it's not your first one, the information in there is really, really, really great for you to have, so you get like an overview of, it's not just about figuring out whether to do a class or not and then posting it. There's a lot of maintenance to really get people into your class these days, and I say this over and over and over again, and as we all know, there's a lot of stuff out there on social media. So first and foremost, going out to your tribe and your following for them to come to your class is really important. And getting your act together for your marketing campaign through social media is really important as well, and your emails and everything else. All of that is very important for you to have a successful class, whether it's free or for a fee, either way. And people may think, oh, I hope I'll give this class for free and everybody will come because it's a free class. And then not everybody shows up that you had anticipated, because even a free class is an investment of someone's time. And unless they see real value, people won't even take a free class. And sometimes, now that there's so much out there that is for free, some people feel a bit cynical and say, oh, what am I going to learn at a free class? When, of course, you yourself are just trying to put yourself out there and give someone a sampling, because let's face it, we have to build trust with people and give them an idea of what it is that we do. And how else can we do that but by offering, free consultation, or even if coaches, they offer a 15-minute call, so you see if you're a match. Doing your webinars, your classes, your support groups on the lounge is a really great way for people to get to know who you are and get the perfect match for you to find new clients, for you to find a new tribe, for you to really share with people what it is that you do. It's much more impactful than just having a Facebook Live. Here's another tip. Do Facebook Lives and do other marketing, strategic marketing things in order to promote your class. Once you put your class at the lounge, that's great, but you really have to market it, and you really have to prepare the world for your class. By just putting it there, it's going to be there just like as if you put a post on your Facebook page and nobody hits like, or nobody shares it, or just very few people, but you see that it's been served up to, like, let's say 200 or 300 people, but you only get like 1 or 2 likes on it. This is the same thing. To give you an example, we've been running these Woo Expert series, which you probably have seen. Laura did one, Lisa did one, Dwayne did one, Jeanette did one, and now Ackland's is happening this week for Self-Mastery for Excellence, which I highly recommend you take because it's free, and Ackland is awesome, and you're going to learn a lot. He's the creator of Spiritual Kung Fu. So take that class also. I highly recommend that one. And Ashley, sorry, Jenny, maybe you have the link for Ackland's class. That would be great. Even, I forgot my train of thought of what I was going to tell you about that. Even with that, to let you know, I see the numbers on the back end, and there has been, let's say, I think for one of the ladies' classes, it was either Jeanette or Lisa, there was about 10,000 clicks to their page class, to their class page, and 200 signups. So that's a free class, and it took that many clicks for that many people to sign up. And that's a real number, folks. So that just gives you an idea of how many people their class had to reach on social media. So imagine if it got 10,000 clicks, how many people it had to reach in order just to get those 10,000 clicks and then get 200 people to register. This is the reality, and this is what I really want to impress upon you, that if you want to be successful and you want to reach more people, that you need to implement strategic marketing tools and tactics in order to make the most of it, because you don't want it to be a waste of your time either. However, once that class is done and you've hit record, which is another tip I give you in the longer video that's already done, that Jenny was so wonderfully tentative to us and shared the link to watch that class. You want to make sure that you are marketing it as best as you can, so you get the most amount of people to at least be entertained with the fact that you're giving this wonderful class. And despite how many people show up, you want to make sure you hit record, and you record that, because now that's in the library. That's in your instructor's library, and that's in the Wellness Universe library, and then that's also Learn It Live's library of classes. And you can always share that class over and over and over again. And let's say you gave it for a fee, let's say $20 or $25. You can give that class away, for instance, as a bonus for people that sign up to your newsletter. So you can use that, create a free code, and use that as a lead generator for your class, for your for your newsletter, or for something like that. So it never goes to waste. creating classes and creating content never go to waste if you know how to use it and flip it around and use it to your advantage for other purposes. Thanks, Jenny. Who's with me? Hi, Matasia. Glad to see you. Does anyone have a specific question about the lounge, the technology, marketing your webinars? Do you need ideas? Please let me know right in the comments, because this is what I'm here for you now, right now. This is why I'm doing this live for you guys, because I know that there's sometimes a lot of questions surrounding how do I do webinars? What am I going to give a webinar on? Why should I give webinars? How do I market myself after? How do people come? It's we provide all of these wonderful resources to you. And again, going back to what I said yesterday about the blog, use the blog to be a place for you to use in your marketing campaign. Post your class and have your class aligned with your blog posts. Get with Ashley. Email her at blogs@thewellnessuniverse.com. Ask her, when will your blogs be able to run, to be able to use that as a guide to get people to know more about you, what it is that you do, and perhaps lead them into getting to your webinar, getting to your class. So strategically align your blog posts and promote your class through your blog posts. It's really great. It's like bang, bang, boom, 1, 2, 3. You're lining up the dominoes. And also, you want to make sure that you're marketing it with enough time. A member the other day had posted a class to happen 2 days later. And 2 days is not enough time to properly market your class, folks. You really need to give it, I would say, a minimum of 3 weeks. You'll have people sign on like right at the beginning when you list it probably, and you announce it. And then there may be like a little bit of a dormant time and people kind of trickle in. And then like right at the end before you go live with your class, that's when you want to really promote it again. Going live tomorrow, we're live today, make sure you sign up. And then people feel the pressure and they're like, oh, I don't want to miss this. And then they sign up and then they show up live, because those are the people maybe at that time also didn't know if they were going to be busy or not, so they didn't want to make the commitment. But if you remind them again, like right before you go live, right before your class is going live, those last 48 hours are almost the most crucial. Don't forget about your marketing in those last 48 hours. Thanks, Andrea. Those last 48 hours are crucial in the marketing of your webinar, because people might say, I got nothing better to do. Why don't I just go and join this class? So you want to make sure in the last 48 hours also is when you're sharing it on social media, sending out those last emails, messaging your friends via text. Literally, this is not just like, oh, everything is out there and happening on social media and everything's all out there. It's always best, and I say this again and again, your inner circle, your people that you're connected to right now, your tribe, your following, your friends and your family, they're your golden leads. They're your golden eggs. So even if they don't join, which is fine because they already know what you do, they may tell someone about you, or you can enlist them to say, hey, do you know someone that would love this, And they may have someone that may love what you're teaching or doing. And if they're your friend and your family and they love you, they'll stand behind you and they'll share it. So it's not always about the direct link that you have to get that person in on your class. It's about getting your message spread far and wide to reach the people who need what you have to teach and what you want to share with the world, so you help make the world and someone else's life better and happier and healthier. Andrea, do you have any tips? Do you have any questions? Does anyone else who's live with me have any questions or any tips, or want me to elaborate on anything specific, whether it be technology-wise or sharing is caring? Yes, sharing is caring. And we want it to be shared, in sharing from an authentic perspective, because we all know like the numbers that are on, circles of inspiration, everything else. And I'm going to say it over and over and over again, reach is great and everything, but for instance, those clicks that came to the class, those 10,000 clicks are the value in the shares on social media, because the shares on social media are almost like vanity numbers. The fans on our Facebook page are almost like vanity numbers, because not everybody sees everything. But once somebody has seen your class, has come to your class, has read the description, knows about you, and has access to you as a human being and as a provider of wellness, that is what's important. The people who come, the people who show up, the people who connect with you. That's why the blog is so important, that you go back and you respond to comments and you interact with the people that took the time to read your content, because now they get to know who you are and a piece of you. And because we don't know who the readers are, right? The readers are the readers. Eyes come and you have made an impact on someone's life, and you don't know the impact that you've made unless they've made a comment, or how much further you can help them because they haven't left a comment. So it's really essential and important when we have these opportunities, like comments on the blog, like people who are registered in your class. By the way, the people that are registered in your class, you can personally message them through the platform, so you can connect with them again. So if you have a strategy and a plan in place, like you have a course, you have a support group, you have something that's running and ongoing that you can further facilitate health and wellness for them, you have a lead generation system built right into your class. And not only that, you could download your reports. When you have a class, you can download your reports and connect with the people who took your class. You are an instructor and you are a teacher, and people who have chosen to be in your class they've taken that step. So you're allowed to connect with them through email by messaging them, because they have elected to be in your class. You are their teacher, okay? So it's perfectly legal, just so you're aware of that. Yes, and engaging with people is key. Andrea, thank you so much for making that point. This is a time for you to engage and connect. This isn't just like a live where you pop on and pop off and people are anonymous who are watching and they're like, oh, they don't know I'm here, I'm just gonna not watch anymore. People who are in your class, you have their attention. And still, they're in your class in a virtual room, so they could be getting up, going to the bathroom, going to the refrigerator, doing this, doing that. So in the class that I gave, More Instruction, which Jenny shared the link above, that'll help you to develop a presentation, and it has a lot of tips in there on how to create interaction. So you keep the people engaged and you keep them awake and in your class, because even though their name is there, they may have stepped away from the computer, picked the phone, they're texting, they're watching TV, you know. So it's a challenge to make sure that we have a captive audience and they're really receiving, you know, all the goodness of what we have to offer. Because if you really feel that what you're offering is of benefit to someone, of course, you're going to want to create the environment for them to want to stay engaged and focused on your content, because what you do and what you have to offer is so amazing. And that's why we do what we do at the Wellness Universe, because we know that your work is so important. And in this world of everything getting splintered, getting popularized, if that's a word, because of social media and everything else, or you not being seen because of the same reasons, but yet you have something really super awesome. We're trying to do our best to give you the resources in order to create the environment where you are shining your light and where your dynamic, dynamite, fabulous self is out there in front of the people who need you, because that's how we're going to make a difference, folks. This is how we're going to change the world. And we are such an, thank you for the hearts, Jenny. Thank you, Andrea. This is how we're going to change the world, folks. And it's not about us individually, it's about us as a collective unit. We are the Wellness Universe. It's not me, it's not Sherry, it's not our team, and it's not just all about you. It's about us. It's about wholeness. It's about us being one. If we're creating the space to find all of the resources that we need to have the happiest, healthiest whole life, then we each individually will be found. Because believe me when I tell you, and you know this, there are so many people out there that are broken. There are so many people out there that need help. And there's so many people out there that need healing and need what you have so they can better themselves professionally, personally, emotionally, spiritually. That to use these tools like the blog, like the lounge, they're free, guys. It's free. And to create your best profile that you can on the Wellness Universe, because you'll be found when people are searching for you on Google. Thanks, Jeffrey. Oh, he loves my passion for making the world a better place. Yes, and I am so passionate about that. And without us all, there would be no Wellness Universe. So utilize these resources to get your stuff out there. We are better together. The power is in numbers. Absolutely. And together we come together and become one. Andrea, it's so amazing. It's like no symphony is made of one instrument. You know, you need all of the instruments, and they all sound as one when we are all together playing the same song. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny says amen. So if there's any, God, give me some questions, guys. I'm here. I want to answer questions. I want to help you where you need it. Any questions, any tips that I forgot to mention about the lounge? It's a remarkable space. And again, you want to use the different tools on social media and elsewhere to promote what you're doing at the lounge, because at the lounge you have a captive audience. Also, I wanted to mention that getting your first classes up there could be a little scary. So you want to join the Lounge Hub group, our private members only group on thewellnessuniverse.com, so you can get the assistance and you can get the mentoring from Felicia and from other instructors who are on the lounge. You want to utilize that space to get help and co-create together, create a summit together, create a panel, create a talk show, create, there's so much that you can do. Besides just teach class, or it just be about you and what you have to offer. Power is in numbers, and when the numbers come together to become one, we really are a force. And this is how we change the world. So does anybody have anything to ask me? For goodness sake, I'm here. It's Sunday afternoon. It's beautiful outside for the first time all week, and I'm here for you guys. I really want to answer any questions. Be sure to post. Be sure to post in the Woo News feed, as well as the Hub and in the groups, the exchange for the lounge. You're also welcome to post in the Facebook Hub group. Yes, thank you, Jenny. And also, love the talk show idea. Thank you, Andrea. Yes, get together with a couple of other Woo experts, Woo folks, and create a panel. Talk about anything. Anything could be a topic of discussion. You could talk about, the benefits of yoga on emotional health. You can make a conversation wrapped around anything these days, guys. As long as you keep it interesting and informative, and people will, want to take the time to listen. This is why podcasts are so, huge now. Create a positive atmosphere. The difference is here at the lounge, people join you live. You can connect live with people, and they feel like they can be mentored and coached by you and guided by you and be involved in your conversation. That's the beauty of you utilizing the lounge as a space to create a class or a workshop or a support group. So, love the talk. Okay, I read that. So if there's nothing else that anyone has any questions about, I think that I'm done. I'm finished for the day. I can go to bed. No, I'm not going to go to bed. So, guys, with that said, I just wish you all a great day. Thanks for joining me live, who joined me live. And if you're watching the recording, I hope you got a lot out of this. And again, the real breakdown of tips, tools, tricks, technology, marketing is in the recorded webinar that I gave in November, and the link is above, and I'm going to put it also in the comments. It'll be back there. So, all right. Hello. Okay. Thank you so much, Anna. Okay. Thank you very much. Very informative. Okay, great. Mwah. Love you guys. Have a really spectacular day, spectacular week, spectacular life. Talk to you later.